It's unbelievable.
It's about me and
you
my...
just stare in the mirror before the show? Hey, everybody, look at me.
No, you know, me and my homeboy, and Rodgers, you know, we looking good.
You should have started an Anchorman. That's how Anchorman opens, with Will Ferrell looking in the mirror. Hey, everybody, look at me. I look good. Here we go. Here we go. I don't care how I look. I care about how I'm about to sound on Aaron Rodgers, because I can't wait. Please ask me.
I am so ready to get going. We have so much to get to today, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but could Tom Brady be heading to the Cowboys, and did Patrick Mahomes pull off one of the greatest comebacks of all time? But first, we are going to talk about Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, and they got a lot to say. Rodgers and Green Bay jumped out to a 21-3 lead and held on against Russell Wilson and the Seahawks last night. Late in the game, up 28-23, Rodgers found Davante Adams and Jimmy Graham on critical third and long plays that allowed the Packers to run the clock out and advance to the NFC Championship game. Rodgers finished the game with a pair of touchdowns and was just shy of 250 yards through the air. So, Shannon, I start with you. How impressive was Aaron Rodgers?
He was very impressive. And he showed once again, what I knew to be true all along. He can still make all the throws. The narrative that he's in decline, he can no longer be the Aaron Rodgers, was greatly exaggerated. It's always been exaggerated. I kind of hate anonymity, because there are a lot of people that hide behind anonymity. He's in decline, yada, yada, yada.
I'm not anonymous.
Whoa, wait.
My name's Skip. I'm right here. I put my name on it. I sign it in big old neon letters.
You know what? So moving forward, Jenny, I'm asking FS1, my bosses, to alter my voice and to shade me out. Because I don't want, when I be saying stuff, I don't want people to know it's me.
Oh, really?
No, I don't want them to know. That way I can say whatever I want, however I want to say it, with no repercussions. But I told you, Skip Bayless, he's still that dude. He's still that man. And when you need him, because see, this notion that all of a sudden, the Green Bay Packers have the running attack of the Titans or the Ravens or the 49ers was greatly exaggerated. They have the 15th best rushing attack in the NFL. Aaron Jones did lead the league in rushing touchdowns. He was only 12th in rushing. So with that being said, you know what? Seattle said, Aaron Jones, we ain't gonna let you do what you normally do. Now, Skip Bayless, told Skip Bayless, I heard him say it for like 4 years. Even heard him say it a lot on the old show. The most overrated stat in all of football is the 1-yard rushing touchdown. But I ain't gonna talk about a guy that has a bunch of those this year. That's not even fair. It's not what this is about today. Today is about Aaron Rodgers and his all-time greatness, because when they needed him, and I told you, Skip Bayless, there will come a time that you'll need Aaron Rodgers to be Aaron Rodgers again, and he'll be right there when you need him.
Next Sunday?
Hold on. Now, I remember just last year, he heaped so much praise on the guy that completed 3 3rd and 10s. Now, Aaron Rodgers, in order to keep the ball from getting back in Russell Wilson's hands, what did he do, Skip? Yeah, what did he do?
My turn?
No, not your turn. Skip, he's doing this. Really, if you look at it, Davante Adams was really his only receiver. 1 target to Allison, 1 target to the back, Williams, 1 target to Scanlon. Aaron Jones had 2. I mean, come on, Skip. Look at the guys he's throwing to. Kumaro, Steinberger, Valdez Scanlon, Geronimo Allison.
Davante Adams, stud.
Yeah.
Top 5. Whew. Did you see him yesterday?
Whoa. Yeah, exactly, I saw him. But did you see the throws?
If only Tom Brady had him a Davante this year.
But hold on.
Oh.
I didn't hear anybody say, man, if only these quarterbacks would have had a Randy Moss. Or if only these quarterbacks would have had a Wes Welker. If only they'd have had a Bill Belichick, a coach, or a top 10 defense. Now we want Brady to have everything, but this is not about Brady. This is not about Tom Brady. I prefer moving forward to only discuss quarterback that's either just played or will be playing again on Sunday. So moving forward, Skip Bayless, I would appreciate if you would extend me that courtesy in 2020. Now back to the originally scheduled program, talking about the all-time greatness of the Gator Store, the most gifted, the most talented thrower that we've seen. But there's a guy in Kansas City coming, Jenny.
I know.
I don't know if anybody saw it, but he's coming.
I saw
Skip
it.
Bayless, Aaron Rodgers did what I knew he could do. When he was going to be called upon to make throws that he needed to make in order to keep his team going in the playoffs, he made all the throws. Skip, the thing that separates him and Patrick Mahomes, most guys can throw from different platforms if they're stationary. If you give them a clean pocket, they can drop arm angles and throw. But I've never seen two guys that can throw off the wrong foot better than these two guys can throw on the move better than these two guys can. Skip, Aaron Rodgers was great. Did you know, Skip, on third down, you said that's the money down. That's the money down, Jenny. Third down, Aaron Rodgers was 7 of 9, $121 a tub, and 6 first down. You can't get better than that. Skip Bayless, he was perfect. That was one of the most things. What I like to call it, Skip, that's one of them old Pavarotti at the Metro, at Met. And, you say, why you got to always send me to Sydney? That's about the Met Gala. This is like one of those, a virtuoso. Guess what his quarterback rating was, Skip? Let me tell you, unbutton my jacket. You love QBR. Matches, 0 to 100, 50 being average.
What was it?
85.
85 is not that great. I thought you just said he was perfect.
Hold on.
Perfect would be 99.9.
No, hold on. Skip Bayless. That's it.
85?
It's my fault.
That's all
it's
you
my
got?
fault. There have been 3 games that you told me Dak Prescott had an 80 and he was great, even though he lost. Now all of a sudden,
I don't use the word great.
No. But you said that, so now I'm saying 85 is a great QBR, right? Let me ask you a question. How many times would you finish and not in first place?
You said perfect.
No.
I'm holding you to perfect.
No,
That's the word that came out of your mouth.
Aaron Rodgers
he was perfect with a QBR of 80.
No, Skip. I said,
Tell me when it's my turn.
Okay. I said Aaron was perfect. I understand what a perfect QBR is, but I'm just saying when he needed to be great, he showed what he's capable of doing and what he's been able to do for his career.
Okay. My turn now?
Your turn.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to give you this. I thought that Aaron Rodgers picked a great night to have his best game of the season. Okay. Unfortunately, this was a pretty mediocre season for Aaron Rodgers, so that's not saying all that much because his QBR this year, just for the record, ranked 18th in the NFL. And his completion percentage, is that a big deal? I think it's usually a pretty big deal. It ranked 21st in the NFL. 18th in QBR, 21st.
Better than you know who's.
Is that mediocre by his standards? I'd say that's really mediocre. And he did have 3 game-winning drives this year. 2 came against the Detroit Lions, and the second one was the last game of the regular season at Detroit. And last night, Aaron admitted after the game, I just didn't throw the ball very well at Detroit. I don't know how they won that game, but I didn't know how they won a lot of games. His other game-winning drive came at Kansas City when Patrick Mahomes didn't play, and Aaron admitted after the game that he overthrew Jimmy Graham on a throw that was caught by Jamal Williams back in the back of the end zone.
We talking about last night.
I'm just showing you what his year was. That's what you're up against. So did he have a vintage Aaron Rodgers 400-yard game last night? No. Did he have a 300-yard passing game last night? No.
Wasn't
Did he have a 250-yard passing game? No, he had 243, which is not bad, but it's not great. Don't give me perfect on that. But I do give you this. In the end, thanks to 2 plays that Russell Wilson did not make, those are the only 2 plays Russell did not make, and it was a sort of a 4-play game, it came down to 2 plays to kill the clock that Aaron Rodgers did make. But let's see how much help he had on those 2 plays from the Seattle Seahawks, shall we?
Yes.
The first one comes 3rd and 8 at his own 22 with 2:14 left. So we're grinding away here. We're getting down to nitty-gritty. And Davante Adams, who is just a flat-out stud, who's on his way at that point to catching 8 balls for 164 yards, he actually sets up in the slot, which is slightly unusual, although 1/4 of his snaps this season were in the slot. And guess how many balls he caught while he was in the slot? He caught 80% of his targets, which is very high. So he's pretty effective in the slot.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you, did the Seahawks send one of their corners, their starting corners, on him in the slot? Did they send Shaquille Griffin or Trey Flowers on him in the slot? No, they did not. They managed to put little Ugo on him. Do you know Ugo Amari? Not Amari, it's Amadi. Ugo Amadi. Do you know him? I didn't know him until last night because he's out of Oregon. He's a former 3rd-round pick, but he's the 3rd-string safety, and he played some slot corner, but he'd only played 10 snaps in this game on defense. So all of a sudden, little Ugo Amadi winds up on Davante, who is 4 inches taller than little Ugo because Ugo is only 5'9". So to Aaron's credit, Before the snap, he sees the far side safety drop all the way down almost into the box to take away the shallow cross. And the safety on Devontae's side moves to center field.
Correct.
And all of a sudden, Aaron's like, I've got man-to-man on Devontae Adams with a 5'9" guy who rarely plays.
He could have been 6'6".
5'9", are you kidding me?
Drop it in
so
the chin.
what happens? Aaron immediately audibles because they had a slant route called, and it's an option route.